The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize Frank Dunn in the athlete category. As an athlete, Frank Dunn excelled in gymnastics, diving, and triathlon, competing on the provincial, national, and international stage.
He's an outstanding athlete. He's done tremendous things in his athletic endeavors. And when you think about it, here's a guy that grew up, lived, and still lives in Prince Albert. And we didn't have a huge gymnastic club compared to like the Marion Gym Club in Saskatoon. But he still trained and continued to push himself to become an outstanding gymnast. He did the same thing with diving. When you think about starting in 1971 and then completing about 1976, going from never having done much of diving at all to being on the national team and winning competitions, that's a remarkable feat for anybody. But having done it while still living in Prince Albert, I think is a credit to him.
Early on in his athletic career, Frank was a member of the Prince Albert Kinsman Gymnastics Club.
Jack Aloof was the coach down at the, it was the Centennial Auditorium, and it turned to the Margot Fournier.
We just had fun. It was a very enjoyable time. And as we were doing things on the floor or on the apparatus, he was always there as a real supportive teammate. And whenever you wanted to try something and you're just a little hesitant or a little afraid of it, he was the guy that was going to be there, that was going to support you and help you get on the way through it.
Frank showed incredible skill, strength, and flexibility at those competitions, performing moves that many others couldn't.
From the age of 13 to 16 in gymnastics, 17. And we had a great club here in Prince Albert. And I think I went to Westerns. I won Westerns, Western Canadians. And then I bought a motorcycle and broke my leg a couple of times. So that took me out. And then I went into diving when I went to university.
Frank began competing in the sport of diving when he attended the University of Manitoba in 1971.
Yeah, I went to Manitoba. My first year at university, I pulled a bowler trailer with my Volkswagen Beetle, and I lived in that trailer for the first year of my university through the winter in Winnipeg. And so I took diving up because that's how I got my shower every day.
Later transferring to University of Calgary to join that university's diving club. At the U of C, Frank was named the Male Athlete of the Year in 1976 and was the CIAU All-Canadian for 2 years in 1975 and 1976, winning both events 1 meter and 3 meter springboard and setting 2 new all-high records in both. In 1975, Frank won Alberta Provincials in all 3 events, 1, 3, and 10 meters.
I still recall one of the female divers on our team getting very excited when she heard that the body was in the house. Frank has this incredible, natural, gymnastic-enhanced body that gets noticed.
At Nationals, Frank won the 1 meter springboard and placed 3rd for the 10 meter tower. He also earned a spot as the first alternate on Canada's Olympic diving team.
I was on the game plan 76 for the Olympic trials. Not that long after, my dad died in June of 75. And so that's when the Olympic trials were and the events. I went on 3 international events, but I went home shortly after that.
After his career with the national diving team, Frank returned to Prince Albert, coaching both diving and gymnastics, receiving the Saskatchewan Male Gymnastic Coach Award.
So in Prince Albert, 25 years ago, there was a diving club. And the diving club was started by Frank Dunn, and he helped my daughter learn that sport.
In 1982, Frank decided it would be a good idea to start the Frank Dunn Triathlon.
That started as a bet on a fishing trip up north, a canoe fishing trip. And it was Kerry Paul who said, you know, they're doing this thing in Hawaii called the Ironman, and we should do one.
They sort of dreamed up the idea of a triathlon where they'd swim in Waskesiu and bike to Spruce Home and run to Prince Albert. And so the challenge was kind of on for doing that, and the first year there was 13 people that completed the triathlon, and of course it's grown into a sanctioned Saskatchewan event that's 43 years strong.
And it's still running to this day, and I believe it's the second oldest triathlon running in Canada.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to welcome Frank Dunn in the athlete category.